If you're looking to get your badges grinded for fast, easy, and legit services, hit up Legend Services on Twitter. His link will be in the description.
I got digital dash camera with a art. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flooded with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, I rap through your block and I drop off the top. And I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitch is.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Yo, what's up with YouTube? It's your boy Fitz back in the bit with yet another video. And today I'm coming to you guys with the best shooting guard builds in NBA 2K21. So I've already went over the best big man builds. I've already went over the best guard builds. I've already went over the best point guard builds. And you probably already picking up what we're doing next, the shooting guard builds. So after this, we're gonna be going over the small forward builds. And I know a lot of people want that. So if you guys want that to come out as soon as possible, just drop that like on this video, and I got that joint coming out as soon as possible. But for today's video, we're gonna be going over the best shooting guard builds in NBA 2K21. Now, like I did in the other one, I didn't really rank them. But for this one in particular, I tried to rank it in order of what I thought was least the best, but at the same time, you can take that with a grain of salt. These are all very good shooting guard builds. So I'm gonna do it the same way I did the last one. I have timestamps for the specific build if you guys want to just go straight to that build. And yeah, so you can take any build from this video and be really good at the shooting guard position. And because all of these are the best builds at the shooting guard, I'm gonna just be honest with you. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. Alright, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple. Alright, so for the first build, we're going to be discussing, like I said, these are in order of what I think are the worst to the best. They're all very good, but it's not really... It is a rankings video, but at the same time, it's not. So the first build we're going to be going over is the playmaking shot creator at the shooting guard position. Now, at the shooting guard position, the reason why it's in last place, pretty much because when it comes to a playmaking shot creator, you can make it at the point guard, and it's going to be a lot better because you're going to get more badges. But at the same time, making it at the shooting guard isn't a complete L. So at the point guard, you can get 25, 24, and 6. Or you can even get 7, depending on if you want to take that hit on the finishing. But at the shooting guard, you can get 1, 24, or not 24, but 1, 25, 23, and 7. You know what I'm saying? While also having a max driving layup and a driving dunk. So, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be the prototypical playmaking shooter. You know what I'm saying? You're going to end up able to go. Now, you can go whatever height you want, but at the shooting guard, I made it kind of different just to be different. You know what I'm saying? I ended up making it at the 6'7", I believe. I ended up going 6'7". I actually ended up going 6'5". I went down in weight. Then when it came to the wingspan, I toyed with it a lot. I ended up going higher on the wingspan because this is going to be more of a spot-up build. And then I ended up going sharp takeover because at 99, I'm going to have an 87 three-pointer. Then in sharp take, I'm going to have a 97 three-pointer in sharp take at 99. And at 99, I'm also going to have an 87 ball handle. So I'm going to be speed boosting all that at 6'5". So that's going to be pretty interesting. And even my defensive stats are really good on this build. So I just thought that was a very interesting. I'm also going to have a 70+ dunk at 99 too. So that's going to be a very interesting build, especially with sharp takeover. And the build comes out as a playmaking shot creator. This is going to be a very good spot-up build in this game. I'm going to be honest with you. Alright, next is going to be pretty much the best spot-up build in the game. This is going to be pretty much like a pure sharp. You're going to go with the all green pie chart. That's going to get you all shooting Hall of Fame badges. Then when it comes to the attributes, you're going to end up going with 1, 30, 12, and 8 badge upgrades. Then when it came to the height, you're going to be 6'7". That's going to be pretty tall in this game. When big men are trying to make their big men 6'8", 6'7", it's going to be actually pretty tall for your build. Then when it came to the weight, I ended up going down in weight to be able to be as fast as possible. Then when it came to the wingspan, I kept on tweaking it as much as possible to be, but still have a 95 3 ball, not losing too much on my finishing and defensive stats. And yeah, 95 3-pointer is going to be very overpowered because at 99, you end up having a 99 3-pointer off the rip. And then we ended up going with the sharp takeover because that just makes this build a lot glitchier, especially with you trying to be able to spot up. And it comes out as a sharpshooter build. Shades of Klay Thompson. And that's all you really need to see, to be honest. And that's just, you know what I'm saying, that's the best shooting guard spot up build strictly for shooting. All right, next we're going to have another shooting guard build that's going to be like a spot up. And this is going to be pretty much like the green and defensive pie chart, but you're only going to get defensive Hall of Fame badges. Then when it came to the upgrades that you're going to end up having, I tried to make it a couple of different ways. I'm going to be honest with you. I tried to make it a couple of different ways, but I ended up going with the way of 3 finishing, 16 shooting, 1 playmaking, and 23 defensive. And yeah, you're going to have 16 badge grades on shooting, and you're not even going to be able to get Hall of Fame. That's a lot of different badges you're going to be able to use. I'm going to be honest with you. Then when it came to the height was a little interesting. I didn't really know fully what height to go with, so I ended up going with 6'5". The weight on it, wingspan. Weight, I tried to get as high as possible on the speed. Wingspan, I tried to make it be perfect so I wouldn't lose too much on the shooting. But I wanted a specific takeover, and I ended up going with 85.1 or 84.2 wingspan actually. And I actually gained a lot on speed, or not speed, but strength. I say strength. I actually gained a lot on steal. If you seeing, I'm gonna have a 95 steal, and at 99, I'm gonna actually have a 99 steal. I'm going to also have a 92 lateral quickness, 92 perimeter defense, which is all going to be very glitchy and important. And at 99, I'm also going to have an 83 pointer. That's very important too. Then when it came to the takeover I ended up going with sharp takeover, which is another very high key thing that you need to be paying attention to, because with sharp takeover, you get plus 10 to your 3, and that's the only one that you get that with. Now, you could go lot takeover, that's on you, but I went sharp takeover because that's going to be very important of a plus 10 to get. Because in takeover, I'm going to have a 90 plus 3-pointer on a lockdown build that's going to have a 99 steal. Very, very, very glitchy. Very glitchy. I'm just being honest. That's probably going to be one of the best lockdown builds in the game. Alright, next is another perimeter lockdown build. So this perimeter lockdown build, this is going to be the build that gets shooting and defensive Hall of Fame. The other one only got defensive Hall of Fame. Now, you did have higher defensive stats in the end, but this build is going to be just slightly better, in my opinion, because you can get those shooting Hall of Fame badges to be able to be a lot better of a shooter and making a big difference. Hall of Fame badges compared to gold, it's a big difference in this game when it comes to a lot of different badges. Now, some badges, you don't really need to make that upgrade, but I'm going to be honest. Hall of Fame is a big deal in this game. I'm going to be real with you. And then, for the attributes, we ended up going with 3 finishing, 19 shooting, 10 playmaking, 19 defensive. Then when it came to the height was very tricky to go with, but you're actually going to be able to be taller in height, which in my opinion is kind of a W alone. Then when it came to the weight, we ended up going down in weight to be as fast as possible. We're not going to be as fast as the other build. That's a keynote. So if you want to go with the other one, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's very interesting. I'm not going to lie. Then when it came to the wingspan, we ended up going with an 85.2 inch wingspan. At 99, we're going to have an 89 perimeter defense, an 89 lateral quickness, a 92 steal, and an 80 plus block. And we're going to have a lot of stuff on our finishing a lot higher. Like our driving is going to be at a 78. Our driving lift is going to be at a 78. Our close shot is going to be at a 90. Our 3-pointer is going to be at an 80, which is big. And we ended up trying to be able to get a certain takeover. But you can honestly go with a lot of these takeovers, to be honest. Slasher takeover on this build will be kind of overpowered because you can get contact dunks on a lockdown build that can spot up and shoot the 3 consistently, because you're going to have an 80 3-pointer at 99. And that's very, very, very good for a build that's trying to shoot. And then you're going to be able to have a lockdown takeover you want. And that's going to be making you have a 99 lateral quickness in takeover, a 99 perimeter defense in takeover, a 99 steal. It's going to be bringing it a very, very glitchy build. I'm going to be real with you. But I ended up going sharp takeover because that's the only one that's getting you a plus 10 to your 3. And that's going to be getting you a 90 plus 3 ball in takeover. And that's going to be very, very important and overpowered for this build. And it comes out as a perimeter lockdown build. Alright, next is going to be the Slash and Playmaker. This is going to be pretty much like the pure Playmaker of this list. Now, the only reason this is lower than the next one is because it's pretty much the same thing, but the next one can just do a lot more, in my opinion. I'm going to just be honest. But this build is going to be, this Slash and Playmaker or pure Playmaker build kind of got nerfed a lot this year, because last year, if you made one of these, you could actually be able to get contact dunks, shoot on it, dribble on it, and get lockdown takeover on it to be able to play defense on it. It's really hard to get sharp takeover on it. It's really hard to get lockdown takeover on it. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can't get contact dunks on it unless you have Slash takeover, which is a way to get contact dunks on any build this year. I'm going to be real with you. But yeah, To be able to get the attributes on it, you're going to get 5, 16, 30, and 6. I think for the point guard, we had 6, 16, 30, not 30, but 6, 16, 29, and 6. So that's pretty much the same amount. But you don't get as many finishing, but you do get that one extra playmaking. Then when it came to the height I ended up going with on it was 6'6". When it came to being 6'6", the reason I went 6'6" in the end was because the weight and the wingspan, it makes a big difference. If you go 6'7", you can't get that 76 3 ball, where at 99 it turns into an 80, which is very important, because at 99 you want an 83 ball, because if you go on minimum wingspan, you want to be able to reach thresholds. If you go on longer wingspan, you're going to have better defense. But on this type of build, man, I'm going to be honest with you, you don't really want to do that, because you want to be able to shoot, because it's not a build that's going to actually be able to be the craziest finisher. It's not going to be the craziest shooter if you don't have the thresholds that you want to be able to meet. So yeah, you want to go with the 6'6" one to be able to have the right threshold. So I ended up going pretty much not minimum, but one off of minimum wingspan, weight all the way down. I had the highest speed. Then the takeovers I ended up getting was Playmaker, Shot Creator, and Slasher. I ended up going with Slasher takeover, so I can really get contact dunks. So this is a build that can get contact dunks. You know what I'm saying? Have a 83 pointer, and you can dribble. This is gonna be pretty much like the Slasher build from the point guards, but you're not gonna have as high as a dunk, and you can't get the package, but you do have Slasher takeover, so you are gonna be able to get contact dunks, and the build comes out as a slash and playmaker. So yeah. Alright, so this next one is gonna be very similar to the build that I made for myself. It's not gonna be the exact same, because when I made my build for myself, I didn't try to make the best possible way. I wanted to make it the way that I would use it, to be honest. It's gonna be in my way of playing. So I want like offense rebound, defense rebound. I want a lot of different stuff that a lot of people don't want. So the way to make it, the best way to make it at shooting guard, you're gonna go shooting guard, obviously. Then you're gonna go with the playmaking and finishing. That's gonna get you playmaking and finishing Hall of Fame badges. Speed, pie chart. That's gonna make you be as fast as possible. Then when it came to the attributes, at point guard, you actually would get more badges. You get 19, 12, 23, and 5, I believe. At the shooting guard, you get 17, 12, 23, and 6. Actually, I believe at point guard, you might have got 19, 11, 23. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, you get 17, 12, 23, and 6 at the shooting guard. That's not bad in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's not bad in my opinion at all. Then when it came to the height, every single time you make this type of build, I would go 6 for 5. I don't see the point of going any higher, because it's going to be very important for what three-pointer you're trying to get. Then when it came to the weight, I ended up going as low as possible to have the highest speed and acceleration as possible. Then when it came to the wingspan, I wanted to be able to get contact dunks, and I wanted to be able to have a 73 burner. Now, an interesting way to make this build, you can make this build have a 70 or 69 three-pointer and have an 81 dunk, and at 99 you get contact dunks, and you'll be able to have like a 74 or 73 three-pointer instead of just a 70 at 99, because the higher your three-point rating is going to make a big difference. Now, the one thing I would say about my build that's very underrated is how long the wingspan is, because my build is pretty much like a lockdown defender that can get contact dunks, that can shoot the midi consistently, very consistently, and can dribble and speed boost at a really high rate. Because yeah, it's just very overpowered. I have a 99 dunk in takeover. I have a 99 ball handle, speed ball, and all that stuff, like speed ball, ball handle, all that stuff being 99 in takeover is very overpowered. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why when it came to the point guard, I went with Playmaker takeover for the playmaking shot creator, because all that stuff being 99 with 99 three-pointer, 99 mid-range is very, very, very overpowered. Then when it came to the takeover I chose for this build, I ended up choosing Slasher takeover, and the build comes out as a slashing playmaker, similar to or shades of Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? That just makes the video a W alone. Come on now. Alright, next, last but not least, this is going to be, in my opinion, the best shooting guard build in the game, the Sharpshooting Facilitator build. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to make it now, the exact way I would make it. So the way you want to go with is going to be the shooting and playmaking, but you're only going to get shooting Hall of Fame badges. Very key, very key. Then when it came to the speed pie chart, I went with the speed pie chart. I don't know what I meant by that, but you know what I mean. When it came to the physical profile, I went with the speed pie chart. Then when it came to the attributes, the badge grades we ended up coming out with was very different in a lot of different ways. There was a lot of different ways I was going to end up making this, but in the end, I believe I ended up coming out with 1, 27, 19, and 7. Now, I was thinking about just going with a lot of finishing on it, because the way I ended up going with was kind of like a spot-up type build, because you don't necessarily need all that playmaking, but especially on a build that's not getting Hall of Fame playmaking, so you're not going to get Dimer, you're not going to get floor general and stuff like that. So that's very interesting, you know what I'm saying? If you don't care about taking a hit on total badges, you go with finishing, so you can be able to get a lot more finishing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get too many more because you're not gonna get a lot of finishing on this build in general. But if you don't want to do that, you know what I'm saying, I would just make sure I have like 3 playmaking for sure, so you can get quick first step, a lot more defensive, and a lot more finishing. You know what I'm saying? That's another way you can make it if you're gonna make it for the way that I went with on the height, weight, and wingspan. So for the height I went with on this build, I went 6'7". The weight, I went all the way down in weight so I could have the highest speed possible. Then when it came to the wingspan, I went with the wingspan that's actually gonna get me a 83 ball off rip. But when I get to 99, that's gonna be a 84 3 ball. Key facts. Key facts, man. Then when it came to the takeover I chose, I ended up going with lockdown takeover. Very glitchy. I'm gonna just be honest, that's very glitchy, man. You can use this as like the guard ball type person. You can use this as a spot up and shoot very consistently on this build. So it really depends on how you really want to play with this build. Very interesting. If you want to get more defensive badges on this build so that the defensive or lockdown take be way more useful, that's on you. But you can go with any of the other takeovers also. I'm just gonna say that right now. For the people that's saying, why would you go lockdown takeover on this build? But yeah, you can go with whatever takeover you want to go with. But I feel like the reason why it's the best shooting guard build because it gets shooting Hall of Fame badges, has such a high shooting off the rip, not even just at 99 off rip. You have such a high shooting ability, and you get lockdown takeover. So the build comes out as a Sharpshooting Facilitator, similar to Klay Thompson, very similar to Klay Thompson in my opinion, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Richard Hammerstone. But yeah, man, these are the best shooting guard builds in NBA 2K21. Go ahead, please do drop me a like on this video if you're trying to support in any way. Please do drop me that sub if you are new to the channel. We on that road to 50K, so I really would appreciate it. But yeah, share this video to anybody that needs help. Turn on post notifications, be the first to every single one of my videos. You know all the videos I'll be dropping is nothing but bangers. Nothing but bangers. I'm gonna be dropping a lot more build videos coming very soon. I know y'all really want those. So I'm gonna be doing more dedicated videos for build videos. I just dropped the all-around threat video. If you haven't already, go ahead and check that out. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be dropping the video going over me testing over all the jump shots. I'm gonna be giving you guys all the best secret and known best jump shots in NBA 2K21. See if some of the best ones are facts or fiction. So yeah, man, without further ado, it's your boy Fitz, man. And I'm about to be man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
Head in the clouds, walk through the city, they taking you out. Bitches be talking, they running their mouth. A bag in the back and a stick in the couch. You know what it's about. Had to cope with all the pain, so I'm about to die, man. They say he going too fast.
Yo, we back again with another giveaway on the channel. This is going to be the third NBA 2K21 giveaway for the current gen. This is going to be the last one for current gen, but this one is going to actually last a month long. This is going to be ending on October 11th. Now to enter, all you got to do is pretty much be finding this on Twitter or IG. Do all the instructions. You can even do bonus entries, which is going to be consistent of pretty much like following me and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very simple giveaway. I'm actually teaming up with a corporation called Vast, so they're really helping me do this to really much reach it out to as many people as possible, because this is going to be the last giveaway of current gen. I might do some more in the future if this does well for like next gen. I've been thinking about doing a console giveaway, thinking about doing game giveaways for next gen, so depending on how well this does, we might do that. But yeah, man, for this giveaway, we are going to be giving away a copy of NBA 2K21 for the Xbox One or the PS4. And we're going to be giving away a controller for whatever console of choice. So yeah, man, all I'm going to say is enter that while you can. And yeah, it does end on October 11th. So yeah, man, go ahead, enter that.